Sis, you're a bunny boiler. A woman who acts vengefully after being spurned by her lover. A person who is considered to be emotionally unstable or likely to be dangerously vengeful. Mr. Lover, you're gonna have to tell us what the is going on, because my girl is telling us that she's sitting on a ooh and she's sitting on a ah, and your blood clot is being quiet for all these months. No, it naga run. My girl, I know you blocked me on Instagram, but I have a lot of questions that I'm gonna need you to answer right quick. Now, did he teeth your wages, or did you just say that in the song so that it rhymed in your lyrics? And how does the 8K and the wages correlate? And you really went out of your way to gift an 8K watch to your mate?
Thing up and make sense soon. Make a bandit and put it over the wall.
Watagwan pound, watagwan. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, guys. So today I'm back with another mix up goddess segment, and today I will be talking about the whole Lani good bad boy piece of information situation. I know this is like my third video on Lani and this is borderline harassment. Guys, please do not judge me, but as I already said, yeah, I do videos based on what is trending. She is currently #1 trending in the UK on Twitter, and social media is letting loose with their opinions, and obviously I'm here to be mix up. So if you're new to my channel and you do not know who I am, my name is Phillip, or Gade for short. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to the ting. A couple weeks ago, Lani sneak peeked us with her being in the studio, her deciding to release a song with the title Bad Boy Piece of Information. This title came off of the back of an apology video based around the Smash or Pass video that is now deleted. For those of you that don't know how the Bad Boy Piece of Information line came, it came from her basically stating that if she really wanted to be famous and go viral, she's got more juicier information than a stupid video where she made a mistake. That's basically what she was trying to say. And in her saying that line, it went viral. Everybody started using it for their captions and stuff like that. And now we are here today. She has released a video, and guys, I don't really have anything bad to say about videos like this yet, because I feel like videos like this allow people to just be creative. From you have a platform, you can do whatever you want. So I can't sit here and come and say this shouldn't have been done. The Bad Boy Piece of Information video came out a couple hours ago, and in the video, the main lines of this song reads, "One rap star the Queen was dating, fuck that now, cause he's a pagan. All this time he's on playlist. In my mind, I need to say this. What kind of man would teeth your wages?" So she is alleging that the man that she was dating was teething her wages. This story has brewed up from months of like releasing content, and I just want to touch into that quickly. Now, before she released this video, she released a brief like chit chat talking to her subscribers video. She basically explained her journey up until this point, and she said in that video that she started off doing jokey videos, being playful on her platform, and then she thought like, let me just open up, let me allow my followers to get to know me. In the videos, in the story times, she basically details the love of her life and how she met him and how the relationship was up and down. And one of her most successful videos on this topic was the one where she tattooed her upper V area for him. I can't even judge. I can't judge, you know, because I've got my ex's name tattooed on my back. So, boy. In terms of this video, what I will say about the video is that, like, whenever people go through stuff, yeah, or whenever people are talking about, like, real life situations, I would so much prefer if people, like, would reenact, like, what happened. You get what I mean? I know that's easier said than done, but it would be so creative to see your truth. Like what YNW Melee did with his on my mind video. Obviously that video is a bit much, but like I would have loved to see like a little cameo doppelganger kind of guy that she was like linking, and then the dramatic scene at the end. That's what I would have hoped to see, but obviously not everybody's going to do that. Towards the end of the video, guys, towards the end of the video, my girl has done a scene where she goes into the boot of the car and she like pulls out all this paperwork. There's pictures of her ex-lover. Now, obviously this confirms the ex that she was talking about, because if you lot watch the previous story times that she did, you would hear that she says things like he's a music artist. You would hear things like what area he's from or what his career path was like. Throughout the month, people were speculating, but this now has confirmed who she was talking about. But guys, when people do stuff like this, please do remember, this is YouTube. If you put somebody's face on your YouTube channel, they are liable to get that shit taken down. When there has been multiple videos, there have been multiple speculations where your name is on blogs because people are assuming that it's you and you have not responded at all. Fast forward to the end of the video, she puts up receipts. Now by receipts, I mean she puts up screenshots in which allude the back and forth in how she confronted him with this whole stealing money situation. So I'm gonna read out the screenshots and then I'm gonna try and dissect my understanding from what I can see, yeah? One thing she did was put up his email, and it's like, baby girl, like, you gotta do shit like this. You could get defamation for stuff like this, you know? It says, don't contact my family again. I got too much to lose to get myself in war with you. You clearly think I'm not capable of anything. That's why you're harassing me and my family. I'm not wasting my life after how far I've come to let any trash of a girl F my shit up. But keep pushing my buttons if you think I'm not on nothing. This was the worst move you can do. And now I'm definitely not giving you nothing. You're dreaming. It's impossible. LOL. Don't let me see one more text from you on my mum's phone or call. They can't help you in any way. I'm a grown man. Please, I've been begging you for weeks. Don't know what you're talking about. Just jumped the gun and acted too quick. So suffer the consequences. No, come on, please, don't start. You have a heart. I didn't do anything malicious. Then puts up DMs where you can only see her messages, all of his messages. I don't know if there was messages or what, but it looks like he was ignoring her. But it says, I'm never going to get over it. I'm in Miami till Tuesday, but I think you should either ring me or meet me to explain. I reckon the watch thing will allow me to move on, to be honest. She gives him her number, says, call me. It's not going to kill you to sort this out. You can't think that this will go away. It won't. It will never go away. You have to talk about it. You did me dirty, not the other way around, so call me please. Maybe I should move to America to forget the trauma you put me through. You really damaged me. I see good in you. I think that's what hurts the most. You're not an evil person. You have a good soul. Why did you do that to me? And why don't you show me remorse? I'm not trying to attack you. This is how I feel, damaged because I loved a man who did me dirty and hurt me, then left me for no reason and showed no remorse after the fact. You think this will die, but even in 20 years, I'ma still ask you why you did me that. For real, you haven't even tried to right your wrongs. You left a 26-year-old girl who at the time was only on 22k a year with a debt of 8,000. I'm not actually too sure of how old Lani actually is, but a lot of you lot was roasting her, talking about how, oh, she's 32, she's 36, she's 39. Like in the DMs, in the messages, it did say that 26, and I'm actually thinking this couldn't have happened not too long ago. So you're basically cool with the fact that you robbed me. I don't understand how the 8k debt and the robbing correlate, but there's a screenshot in which shows some tweets and her responding to the tweets. This was in September last year, and I believe that if you lot remember, there was a situation on the timeline where this guy went viral because a girl stole his bank card. He then put up the girl's picture showing what she bought, and the girl received a lot of hate for it. And obviously the tweet reads, some girl found my bank card at a party and done a shopping spree, and her Snapchat is matching with the shopping spree on my bank account. I didn't even clock Barclays did. Should I hot her up? I was too drunk, didn't know who was around me, dropped it. Her whose hand is that even on my face? So 3rd of September, Lani had responded saying, expose her, but didn't you think you should think about the people you hurt and stole from as well? How do they feel? how has your selfishness affected them? So obviously that was in relation to her. So I feel like the situation happened a couple years back. Last year, it brewed back up again. He's DM'd her and he said, LOL, got enough more, fall back. And it's videos of her nude. And it's just like, wow. Imagine that to silence a woman, you're threatening to expose her or release like revenge porn. Like, that's whack, you know. By the messages, it doesn't necessarily say that she's asking for the money back. Maybe she did ask for the money back. There's always two sides to a relationship. So yes, we can sum it up by saying that let's just call a spade a spade. The relationship was toxic. It wasn't a steady relationship. They definitely did have ups and downs. Obviously, he might have done some dumb shit. She might have done some dumb shit. I don't even know how I would feel if somebody made 3 or 4 videos about me, was alluding that it was me, but not saying. People are atting me, people are forwarding it to me. I'm just not responding. I don't think I could just not respond. Obviously, I can't sit here and roast somebody because I don't necessarily know the full story. But from this, what I will say is that there's people that are talking about heal, get therapy, why don't you rest, why don't you move on? But I'm not being funny. This is not something that you just move on for. I've just literally seen Mr. Lover Lover's response, yeah? And I'm just gonna read it out to you before I end up making like my final like analysis on this whole situation. All information she has posted has been a lie. The only true information has been from the iMessage conversations in which I asked her to leave me alone and my family alone. I ain't speaking on this situation again. Here is proof of her harassment over the years. I was 21. He also attached a voice note, and in the voice note it was like her asking for sexual favors. And then there's another voice note where it's basically her asking for her to have a baby with him. Like she's happy to just have his baby, but she'll raise it on her own. Obviously, this doesn't really address this whole situation. He also cleared up the whole robbing situation and he said, I never once robbed this girl. I hope she gets help that she needs. She bought me a gift in an attempt to manipulate me into a situation that I didn't want to be in. The gift was a watch. She financed for 8,000. The last tweet also says, I'm only speaking on this because there's females that had me my whole career. They need to know I don't condone this effery. She's claiming she was 26, 27. I'm out. Now, as I said already, we actually do not know Lani's age. We don't know when this whole situation happened. We don't know if it was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. We do not have a clue. But one thing I can definitely say about this whole situation is we actually don't know the truth. We don't know what the fuck is going on. Something is telling me that if the watch was given back, that this wouldn't even have made a difference, because obviously from even her videos, she has mentioned that she has gone back to him in earlier years and had still done a thing with him. I do genuinely feel like they are both as bad as each other, because there's no way that you lot don't get along, or you lot don't like each other, or you lot are always arguing, always beefing, but you can still find time to have sex with each other. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. And then obviously I can completely understand that this whole situation is most probably the last straw for him. But the whole teeth in wages and then the 8K still don't match up for me. I'm gonna need that last bit to be explained, because it's like, were you saying teeth your wages so that it rhymed in your lyrics, or did he actually steal your wages? And the whole fraud thing, obviously, let's be realistic, the whole fraud thing, the whole showing the fraud proof with the letters, that is often to do with like bank cards and situation like that. So was there a time where he banged fraud on your card, and then was the 8K, did he ask you to get the watch? Boys do sometimes play off what the situation is, yeah, but obviously he's saying that it was a gift in basically the talking stage of you lot's relationship. Like, you lot weren't even serious and you bought him an £8,000 watch. There's no way years and years have gone on, and if you don't like this girl, you don't fuck with this girl, or she is obsessive and whatever, why would you even beat her even once after you lot breaking things off, after you lot going back and forth with whatnot and whatever. But the timeline is just not making any sense. I'm gonna need someone to break down the timeline. Sis, you're a bunny boiler. A woman who acts vengefully after being spurned by her lover. A person who is considered to be emotionally unstable or likely to be dangerously vengeful. More tea has spilled over on the timeline, and as you all already know, we can just add and keep adding. In response to him going on Twitter and exposing out all of her obsessive ways that was in his DMs, she then went on to post up a voice note kind of video basically explaining how she's gonna expose the truth and she's telling him to stop lying and whatnot. She then says that she's unlocked her old phone, which has all of the messages that can prove that none of the messages are fake and that all of them are real. At this point, can money fix 4 years of trauma and heartbreak beyond belief, suicidal thoughts, self-hate and low self-esteem, etc.? I don't really think so, you know. My feelings are deeper than money. You broke me. Playing voice notes of me. Everyone knows I loved you, so what's that got to do with you stealing from me, babe? I'm confused. You know how much I love this man. His first mixtape came out and I made 10 different Apple IDs so I could buy it. I was so wet. If he'd done a crime and asked me to do jail time, I would have. That's why I'm so tapped. I fell deeper than deep, man. Remember the car you said you were going to buy me? The Audi, remember? LOL, it's such a long story and interesting story. Shall I tell it, baby? Or are you going to grow up and say sorry? And then she puts up a screenshot of an email which shows email that was from him, and the subject of the email says Audi A5 Coupe. She then captions it saying, "This is how you patterned my details. Don't you remember, babes? Pretending you wanted to get me a car, then you bought that Rolex on direct debit." Wow. Then he responds by saying, financing someone something, collecting the item without the person being there, then giving it to them is not being robbed. This is embarrassing, fam. Every day this girl won't leave me alone. But people need to understand I have had a shaky life before music. But I'm not being funny, but why is it that when guys get called out for something, their immediate thing to do is lie or go around the truth? Because in your tweet, you said that it was a gift, that somebody gifted it to you to manipulate you in a situation. Now you're saying that you collected it and then she said that it was okay for you to keep. And then he also goes on to say, I effed with her because she was fearless and she knew full well I didn't want to be anything with her, but she would do stuff that would help me when I was hustling, so I had her around. I didn't complain when she effed up, by the way. I took the L and kept it moving. I know a lot of guys are out here manipulating women, but that ain't me. I've never had to lie. She's fabricating the story now, which is all for clout. She was messaging, looking for me for years after my career started to take off. But anyone that is here believing her fake screenshots are deluded. And if you think she oblivious to a watch that she purchased, then boy, what can I say? You can believe what you want. My past ain't great and it's effing embarrassing, but I ain't robbed no woman and I love women. That's the reason I've done well, because I've had important women in my life. I wish this girl the best, to be honest. I'm focused on myself. Something is telling me, yeah, that in the beginning, he may have ordered the watch like without her knowing. If the story goes to say that he ordered the watch and then ghosted her for like years or a year or whatnot, and she came back around asking for it, like, that is trash. And you can't sit here saying that you're not manipulating women when you've blatantly taken something from a woman, good and well knowing that she may not have been able to afford it at the time. You still took it. You've not said that you offered to reimburse her. You've not said nothing like that. So it's all a bit mad. I'm going to need you lot to comment down below. Do you think that Lani was aware of the watch being purchased? Or do you think that he finessed her and ghosted her and all she was asking back for was the watch? Because they continue to have relations after that. So it's a bit mad, you know, it's a bit mad. That was all for this video. Make sure you comment down below and tell me your opinions. Tell me what you think, who you think is telling the truth, and what do you think of the song. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe to the ting, and thank you for the love every blood clot time. As I always say, don't blood clot mix me. You understand? What a guan pan, what a guan.